The next day at the hospital, Naruto tries to visit Sasuke, but he is not allowed to visit him. Naruto, being noisy as always, is interrupted by Kakashi, who tells him to keep it quiet in the hospital. Naruto is happy to see him, and he wants to ask for a favor, but Kakashi tells him that he cannot train him for the final exam. Naruto is complaining that he refuses him because he wants to train Sasuke, right? Kakashi assures him that this is not the reason, and he found for Naruto a better sensei even than him. It turns out to be Sensei Ebisu, the one on who Naruto performed his harem jutsu, and traumatized him. Naruto can't believe it. He calls Ebisu a pervert and refuses to accept him as his sensei. Kakashi is surprised to find out that they know each other, and he asks, what is the deal with the harem jutsu? Ebisu grabs Naruto from the mouth and promises that he will buy any food of his desire if he doesn't tell that to Kakashi. Naruto chills when he hears that, but he's still confused. How can Ebisu train him when he defeated him back then? Ebisu explains that he was taken by surprise. That's why Naruto managed to send him into a harem coma. Ebisu challenges Naruto and tells him if he can run away and hide from him so he cannot find Naruto, he will give up to be his sensei and he will take the duties that Kakashi has, and he will ask Kakashi to train him. Naruto agrees and runs away, thinking that Ebisu will never keep up with him. But Naruto is wrong. Wherever he goes and hides, Ebisu is on his tail. Doesn't matter what tricks Naruto uses, Ebisu is on him. He performs his shadow clone jutsu and wants to see how Ebisu is going to keep up with him now. After Naruto is gone, Ebisu says that he is not the only one who can perform shadow clone jutsu. Ebisu does a couple of shadow clones too, and tricks Naruto. He destroys all the shadow clone jutsu that Naruto has. At the end of the day, Naruto is exhausted and tired, and he gives up and accepts Ebisu as his sensei. The next day, Ebisu takes him to a hot springs bath. Naruto, in an unironic way, asks Ebisu if he is going to teach him how to wash behind the ears. Lol. He tells Naruto to take it seriously because he's going to teach him how to walk on water. Sarcastically, Naruto tells him that he cannot believe that he can walk on water. Ebisu yells at him and tells him to take it seriously because he's going to teach him just that. He explains that in order to walk on water, he needs to build up chakra in the feet on the points of contact. Also, he needs to constantly adjust the rate of discharge in order to maintain his balance on the water's shifting surface. Then, Ebisu shows an example of that by stepping on the water. Naruto tries it too, but falls like a rock into the water and gets out of it freakishly fast. Ebisu tells him not to forget that it is a hot water spring and he will be boiled like a lobster in no time if he keeps falling in the water. Lol. Naruto tries it over and over again, but he fails. He keeps nearly drowning in the water. At the end of the day, his progress is barely noticeable, but Naruto starts to learn it and stays on top of the water. But when he sees a white-haired man staring across the springs, he falls down into the water again. Ebisu asks him if he's peeking to see into the women's room and attacks him. This guy jumps on a frog, and the frog throws her tongue and smashes Ebisu in the ground. This guy tells him to chill out and smiles at him. No response from Ebisu. Naruto thinks that the only way to find out if he is awake is to perform secret finger jutsu, 1,000 years of death. Anyone realize that this is just basically the Naruto version of a kancho? But it doesn't help anyway. Naruto asks the froggy guy what is his problem, and who the heck is he? Well, he's glad that Naruto asked his name, and he's saying his name is Jiraiya the Mountain Toad, spirit sage who acquires immortality. Naruto calls him a pervert sage, and tells him that he ruined his training, and now he has to teach him how to walk on water. Jiraiya refuses him and flies away. Naruto thinks that is really cool and starts to search for him in town. He finds this guy and sees how he's getting slapped in the face by a woman. He's even bigger a pervert than Naruto thought, and he calls him out loud just that. Jiraiya tells him to calm down, but Naruto just keeps on screaming that who's going to train him? Jiraiya grabs Naruto and drops him into a big jug, places a lid on it and a big stone on top, and tells Naruto to train a little bit in there, and walks away. Naruto finds him again in the woods while Jiraiya was dreaming about having a couple of minutes with a young, pretty girl. Naruto stops his dreaming and, in the end, convinces him to train him, but in return, he asks Naruto to bring him something with a nice round shape on top, but not too big and not too small, and similar on the bottom. You got it, Naruto? Yeah. He tells Jiraiya that it's not a problem for him, and he runs away to bring that something back. In town, Naruto finds Jiraiya and tells him that he got the thing he wants. Nice, round shapes, ripe and juicy, a huge watermelon. Shocking Jiraiya, who calls him an idiot and says that's not what he meant. Naruto is very pleased with the watermelon, which is very tasty. Oh, Naruto. Jiraiya tells him that he's leaving, and he doesn't want to waste his time on Naruto. He explains to Naruto that he wanted a lady, not a watermelon. When Naruto hears that, he performs his sexy jutsu on him. Jiraiya is in shock. Sensei Ebisu is close by, and he sees his sexy jutsu too, and falls into a well. Jiraiya tells Naruto he's going to train him only with one condition. If he's going to stay like that all the time, Naruto gets back to real appearances and calls him a little pervert. They both go to a river, and Jiraiya tells him to go ahead and do the previous exercise he was training for on the water. Naruto walks a couple of steps in the water and falls in. Back at the shore, he takes off his clothes, and Jiraiya tells him to build up his chakra again. And he sees the nine-tailed fox seal, and the seal that Orochimaru put on Naruto's belly. He sees the formula used to seal the nine-tailed fox. It's a double tetragram seal with an 8-sign seal. That way, if any of the demon chakra escapes the tetragram seal, it will be safely channeled in 2 and suppressed by Naruto's chakra. Jiraiya tells him to raise up his hands, and with a blow into Naruto's belly, performs a release of the 5-pronged seal that Orochimaru did, and tells the boy then to go to try again to walk on the water. Naruto with ease walks on the water, and he's at no risk of drowning anymore. Jiraiya is thinking that now is the time to teach the kid how to control the fox's chakra. Naruto is happily jumping on the water. Jiraiya explains to Naruto that he possesses 2 chakras within him, and asks if he had ever noticed that. After thinking for a moment, Naruto says that he thinks he noticed that, but he was pretty sure it was just a dream. Then Ebisu meets with Jiraiya and asks him if he is there after Orochimaru. He tells Ebisu that he has different business in town this time. Ebisu is shocked because he's not after Orochimaru. And this is where we learn that Orochimaru is one of the 3 legendary Sannin ninjas, and he can only be stopped by another Sannin ninja. Guess who's one of them? That's right, Master Jiraiya. Upon leaving, Ebisu tells Jiraiya that he believes in him, that he will not let them down. Meanwhile, far away, Gaara is standing on top of a temple and looking at the moon. He's challenged by Dosu. He wants to kill Gaara so he can fight Sasuke. But Gaara transforms into his inner demon and with one big blow destroys Dosu. Kabuto and Sensei from the village, hidden in the sand, are watching this, and they discuss the power of Gaara and his true nature, and that Kakashi discovered that Kabuto is an agent of the Sound Village. The other guy is concerned that their plan to destroy the village hidden in the leaves might be ruined. Kabuto tells him not to worry about it because he's in control of everything. Sensei Hayate is spying on them and hears all their plans, but they find out that he's there too, and Sensei from the Sand Village kills him. The next day he's found dead on the roof, and they all wonder what could have happened to him. Jiraiya is trying to make Naruto use his second chakra. The kid is trying many times, and he can't do it. At one point he wants to give up, but Jiraiya explains to him how powerful the other chakra is, and definitely he wants to use that one when fighting. It'll give him limitless power, and with that second chakra, he'd be able to do different types of jutsu, like summoning jutsu, where you form a contract with a living creature. But first, he needs to learn how to access his second chakra whenever he wants. Naruto has an idea to exhaust his own chakra. Then he can use the other one. He performs his Shadow Clone Jutsu a bunch of times, and he tells them they're going to have a competition. Simple, right? He wants to find out who is second strongest among Naruto's clones. They're going to define who is Naruto among Naruto. They all cheer and start to fight each other. That's funny. Naruto is beating himself to death? When Naruto is done with that, Jiraiya gives him a scroll and explains that he must sign a contract with the Summoning Toad. He has to put his name on the contract in blood and sign it with his fingerprint. After all this, Naruto performs the ninja art summoning and summons a baby toad. Both of them are embarrassed. He tries one more time, but does the same little baby frog. Jiraiya is mad and tells him to stop playing around and take it seriously. All ninjas gather together and discuss the danger that Orochimaru is imposing, and they should be very careful and must be prepared for an eventual war. And all of them should be there and ready for that. Sakura decides to go visit Sasuke at the hospital. On the way there, she stops to get some flowers, and in the flower shop, she encounters Ino. She guesses that Sakura is going to visit Sasuke, and she wants to go to the hospital too. Ino decides, therefore, to bring him a rose because it's the flower of love. Sakura decides to bring Narcissus, 2 of them. Ino is confused why 2, and she tells her 1 for Sasuke and 1 for Rock Lee. They get to the hospital, and when they go into the room, Sasuke is not there. The nurse is very concerned what happened, and where could he be, and they find him and let her know as soon as possible. Kakashi is doing some training. He's climbing a huge cliff on one hand only. He barely gets on top, but when he gets there, he's greeted by Sasuke. The girls go to visit Lee, but they don't find him in the room too, and they see him through the window in the yard doing one-hand push-ups. He's struggling, but doing them. Shikamaru and Choji are training in the wood for the upcoming match. Choji is going a hard time to get to Shikamaru. Rock Lee wakes up at hospital and sees the flower that Sakura brought him. Naruto is having a hard time with the summoning jutsu. He still can't make a big frog. Jiraiya is desperate. But he still has some fun watching some girls bathing in the river, and he's very pleased. Naruto tries again his summoning jutsu, and this time the frog is a little bigger. Jiraiya tells Naruto that he's been training for 3 weeks already, and he's not getting better at this summoning. He takes him to town to a bath to purify their bodies. Then he takes him to a restaurant. Naruto eats his favorite ramen noodle. Then, Jiraiya asks Naruto if he has a girl that he likes. He confesses that he likes Sakura. Jiraiya tells him he needs to hug her. That will help with the summoning. Naruto meets with Sakura and tries to make a move on her to embrace her, but he is stopped with a punch in the face. Oh, Naruto, when are you gonna learn, man? And then while walking in the woods, they stop suddenly. Jiraiya, with a powerful hint in the head, pushes Naruto off a very steep cliff. Naruto is in shock. He understands he's not going to grab something, and he'll die. He tries to grab one of the rocks, but they're too slippery, and his own chakra is useless. He keeps repeating in his head that if he's going to keep on going like this, he's going to die. 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 Then we see him walking in a flooded basement, and he starts to feel the presence of the red chakra. He goes into a room where he finds the 9-tailed fox and the seal that locks the fox. He's scared of the fox. I would be too. The fox tells the kid to come closer. She wants to kill him, but the seal holds her in place. The fox asks him what is his business and why he came right there to visit her. Naruto tells her since she uses his body to stay, he asks a payment for the rent to lend her chakra to him. The fox is impressed by his courage to threaten her red chakra. Back to the cliff. Naruto performs the summoning jutsu and a big frog appears, saving his life. And I mean big. This frog is giant. Naruto checks it. He just can't believe how huge it is. He's so happy that he managed to summon it. He feels so proud. That's my boy. The toad tries to drop down Naruto out from his back and tells Naruto who he thinks he is. and she is not going to tolerate such behavior towards the Toad's chief. The Toad asks, where is Jiraiya? And who is this kid? And what's he doing on his back? Jiraiya is really surprised that, out of all the frogs, Naruto had to summon Gamabunta. And it seemed like Naruto had used too much of his chakra, and he summoned the Chief Toad. Gamabunta is looking for Jiraiya and asks why he summoned him. Naruto explains that, actually, he summoned the Chief Toad. Gamabunta doesn't believe that. How can a kid like him do that? Naruto tells him that he summoned him, he's his master, and he has to listen to Naruto and respect him. The Toad laughs, then jumps out from the bottom of the cliff into the forest, and tells Naruto that there is no chance that he could be summoned, and if there is a small chance of doing that, he will earn his respect, only if Naruto will manage to stay on his back. Naruto accepts the challenge. The Chief Toad, Gamabunta, starts to challenge Naruto many different ways, jumping in the woods as fast as possible, flying in the air really quick, dropping him in the water and staying underwater, shaking his head really powerfully, and still, Naruto manages to stay on his back. Then we learn that Temari, Kankuro, and Gaara are sand villagers that were sent as spies for the upcoming war that the village, hidden in the sand, are planning to unleash. Naruto is holding up all day against the Toad Chief, and at the end of the day, the Toad does one last move, a really powerful jump. Naruto is about to fall from his back, but he performs his Shadow Clone Jutsu, and his clones manage to catch him, and put him back on the Toad's back. Happily, Naruto laughs and tells Gamabunta that he's beaten the Toad. In this moment, Naruto loses his consciousness and is falling from the frog. Jiraiya is concerned that he might die. Naruto is too exhausted, but the big chief Gamabunta catches him with his tongue and saves him again. Jiraiya throws the scroll in front of the Toad Chief. The Toad sees Naruto Uzumaki's name in the contract and accepts that Naruto must be the one to have summoned him. Gamabunta takes him to the hospital and leaves him there to recover and heal from the big chakra loss. Sand Village Sensei Baki knocks at Kankuro and Temari's door and tells them why don't they go and watch Gaara? Why have they left him alone? Their plan might be in real danger now, and they go and search for him. At the hospital, Shikamaru stays at Naruto's bed and wonders when he's going to wake up. Finally, he wakes up and Shikamaru tells him that he's been sleeping for 3 days. Naruto is concerned and tells him, why didn't he wake him up earlier? He needs to train, not waste time to chill. Shikamaru tells him to calm down. It's not a big deal. Naruto is really starving, and luckily, Shikamaru has a basket with fruits. He brought that for Choji, but the doctor didn't allow Choji fruits. That's why he has the basket. Naruto has this creepy idea to go and eat all the fruits in the basket in front of Choji to make fun of him. While they go to Choji, they find Gaara in Rock Lee's room trying to kill him. Shikamaru stops him with his shadow possession jutsu and asks him what's the deal. Gaara tells them that he wants to kill Lee. They say to him that's not gonna happen. They'll not let him do it. Then Gaara confesses his childhood and how he was treated. Before he was born, his father cast ninjutsu in Gaara to make sure that he will become the strongest shinobi, infusing unborn Gaara with sand spirit. Gaara destroyed the life of the woman that gave birth to him as a result. He was born a monster. His inner demon name is Shikaku, and it's a living reincarnation of an old monk from Sand Village who had been sealed in a jar of tea. When Gaara was 6 years old, his father tried to kill him so many times, more than Gaara can count, and he killed his father. The jutsu that his father infused unbalanced something in his mind, and Gaara became a figure of terror for the villagers. He lost his purpose for what he was born for, and he found a new purpose after many years, to kill other strong ninjas. Naruto is scared and thinks that Gaara's inner demon is stronger than his nine-tailed fox spirit. Gaara is about to strike frozen-in-place Naruto with his sand jutsu, when Might Guy intervenes and stops Gaara, and tells him to save this for tomorrow when the exam starts. Gaara leaves. The next day, Naruto is concerned with his next match against Neji. He is frustrated and doubts his strength to defeat Neji, but he encounters Hinata at the training site. They have a conversation there, and Hinata thanks him for his call out when she was fighting Neji. That gave her powers, and from that moment on, she could feel that she's getting stronger and more confident. After this speech, Naruto's fear vanishes and he becomes completely confident in his ability to fight Neji. He tells Hinata that he likes people like her, and she's a great person. By hearing this, Hinata falls into a love shock. She can't believe it that Naruto complimented her. Naruto sees the fireworks and understands that he is late for the exam, and he is the first one to fight and open the exam. He rushes to the arena, fearing that he won't be in time and they might disqualify him. On his way, he encounters Konohamaru, who tells Naruto that he knows a shortcut exactly to the center of the arena. Naruto is happy to hear that, and tells Konohamaru that he's saved him. Konohamaru explains to Naruto that there is a hole in the arena's wall, and he will take him there immediately. But when they get to that hole, it looks like it was repaired, and they can't go through there. Konohamaru assures Naruto that he knows another quick way, a sewer hole, which will take him exactly to the middle of the arena. I'm sensing a pattern here. They try that too, but it looks like it was the wrong sewer, and they are even further from the arena. Naruto is pissed off at Konohamaru, I would be too, buddy, and wants to kick his butt. But Konohamaru comes with another great idea for Naruto. He tells him to ride a special kind of bull to the arena, which will take him there in no time. These type of bulls apparently run even faster than a horse. Naruto doubts this, but Konohamaru assures him that it's legit. Naruto decides to ride the bull, but of course the bull is not happy at all that Naruto tried to ride him. The infuriated bull starts to chase him. When the other bulls see that, they start to chase Naruto too. With a big pile of bulls on his back, he performs his shadow clone jutsu and tells his clones to distract the bulls. But they fail to do that. So, being chased by a huge amount of bulls, Naruto gets to the arena and asks the sentinels there to let him in. But they tell Naruto that it is too late. The door is closed and nobody can enter the arena. But the big bull which Naruto tried to ride smashes him in the back, and Naruto flies through the closed gate into the middle of the arena, where all the participants are. Proctor tells Naruto to cut it out and show respect and adequate behavior, because there are high-rank guests there to watch them. And that's another installment of the Naruto anime recap series that we are slowly developing. I hope you really like it, guys, because it's such a classic show and I love covering it. Do you like it as well? Why don't you tell us in the comments below? And while you are at it, you guessed it, that's right, you gotta subscribe to this channel, guys. And once you have, press the notification bell. That way you'll know whenever our new stuff comes out. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.